Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field, because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
2nd and 11 now. To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Yeah, showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry here for Kene Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd and 9, Mond. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the gun, here's Mond. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A give to Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The give is to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we? Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs. I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Mond. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, here's Mond. Flushed out right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on second down. Mond escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Rodgers now on first down. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return comes Cobb. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the 22, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down now, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the 38, Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's Mon. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Mon looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
He'll find Aguara complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rodgers to throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old